I'm Cape Joel, and you're watching Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. With the second Civil War looming, Magneto and his team of mutant freedom fighters have declared all-out war against the Inhumans. Where will the chips fall? Well, let's jump on in together and find out, shall we?
Alrighty then, so as the comic opens up, we can see the X-Men, aided by Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, and a prediction by Ulysses. They're all able to stop a Brute invasion before it can get off the ground. All in all, it's a day's good work done. Unfortunately, Storm is forced to come clean with Carol about what went down with Magneto, how he now knows about Ulysses and is threatening an all-out war against the Inhumans. Carol is understandably ticked about this turn of events and tells Storm that she better get her people under control and quick before there's a huge incident. They already lost Ulysses once to Tony Stark, and if a madman like Magneto is gunning for the poor kid, there's no telling what could happen next. This puts Storm in a really uncomfortable position because if you'll remember, up until now, Magneto's team and her team have had something of an uneasy alliance, but an alliance still going on, and to push the envelope in this way would, cause a full-scale mutant civil war on top of the regular civil war that's going on right now. Even amongst Magneto's own ranks, they're being split over this particular issue. Psylocke, no surprise, is the one who teaches peace, but shockingly, she's backed up by Sabretooth of all people, who claims that maybe had there been someone who could see the future before he did all the evil stuff he did, they would save a lot of lives by stopping him early. But by far, it's Nightcrawler who we saw defect from Storm's team last issue, and who the psychic on the team is saying that he's absolutely telling the truth about wanting to join Magneto, who probably makes the best argument out of anyone. He says that Ulysses' powers are quite literally playing God, something that as a hardcore Christian he cannot abide by. For one, they don't know how his powers work, how they're swayed, and what would happen if he was ever completely and utterly wrong. Then there's the matter that we're living in a world with about a dozen incredibly powerful psychics who could very easily take over his mind and start doctoring results. Magneto even fears that Medusa and the Inhumans could very well manipulate Ulysses and turn him against mutant causes, doctoring the results of his visions as to press for war. Then again, as Psylocke points out, it seems like Magneto is the one wanting to push for war in this situation, but hey. To learn more, Magneto decides to send Fantomex off to New Attilan on a fact-finding mission, reconnaissance mission, assassination mission, really whatever comes first. What Jean-Philippe was not expecting though was to run face first into Gambit, the raging Cajun, mon cher. The two grapple for a little bit, all the while trying to remain silent as neither one of them is really there on official business. The funny thing is that Fantomex is able to use his powers to mask them from New Attilan's guards. Gambit ends up victorious in what ended up actually being a really awesome fight, and he radios back to Storm saying, well, no two ways around it now, they struck first and the war is most definitely on. Now, back at Magneto's Savage Land base, Psylocke is looking to steal one of the aircrafts and make it back to Storm. She's caught by Sabretooth, however, but in an interesting twist, he seems to want to go with her. He actually fears what Magneto has become, that he's acting more like his old self. Sabretooth, though, seems to genuinely be interested in staying something of a good guy and not backsliding. And you know what, you would think losing two of his heaviest hitters would get Magneto worried, but nope, not at all. The way he sees it, there's always another psychic out there, and there's always another bone breaker out there. After all, this is a new, different Magneto, don't you know? He's not forcing anybody into this war, but he sure as hell is going to finish it. Civil War II X-Men #2, when you break it down, was mostly an issue of people standing around talking about stuff, and yet it was very much engrossing, I felt. It's fun to see the greater ethical battle of Civil War II, that being personal liberties versus world security, played out amongst the X-Men themselves, and to see it exacerbate the greater issues and tensions between mutant kind and inhuman kind, and how ultimately at the end of it, characters you wouldn't expect to work together end up working together. Overall, I would feel comfortable giving this one a very positive 7.5 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.